After Jiang Wei withdrew his army, he stationed his forces at Zhongdi, while the Wei army remained outside Didao. Wang Jing welcomed Chen Tai and Deng Ai into the city and held a grand victory banquet to celebrate lifting the siege. Chen Tai reported Deng Ai's achievements to the Wei court, and Emperor Cao Mao appointed Deng Ai as general who pacifies the West, ordering him to defend Yong and Liang provinces alongside Chen Tai. During the banquet, Chen Tai believed Jiang Wei had exhausted his strength and would not invade again. Deng Ai disagreed. He explained that although Shu had retreated, it still held the strategic advantage. Wei had defended its cities, but suffered a loss of morale. Shu's troops were well trained, could move quickly, concentrate forces against scattered Wei defenses, and enjoyed easier supply lines. Therefore, Jiang Wei would certainly launch another northern campaign. Chen Tai greatly admired Deng Ai's analysis, and the two became close friends despite their age difference. From then on, Deng Ai constantly drilled his troops and built fortified camps at important mountain passes. Meanwhile, Jiang Wei gathered his officers to discuss another invasion of Wei. Fan Jian advised him to stop while ahead instead of risking everything. Jiang Wei insisted that Wei's morale was at its lowest point, while Shu still enjoyed superior mobility and logistics. He believed this was the perfect opportunity to attack. Xiaoba warned that Deng Ai was no longer the commander he once was, and had surely prepared in advance. Jiang Wei ignored the warning and decided to march north again, targeting Longxi first. He personally led the vanguard toward Mount Qi. Soon, scouts reported that Wei had already built 9 fortified camps around Mount Qi. Jiang Wei climbed a hill to verify the report himself. Sure enough, the 9 camps were linked together like a giant serpent, each supporting the others with an extremely strong defensive network. Jiang Wei sighed. Xiaoba was right. Only Chancellor Zhuge Liang could once arrange such a formation. Now it seems Deng Ai's talent is no less than the Chancellor's. He immediately changed his plan. Calling his generals together, he said, "Since Wei already expects us, Deng Ai must be nearby. We'll deceive them and strike elsewhere." Bao Su was ordered to remain at Mount Qi with many banners on display. Every day over 100 cavalry rode patrols, changing armor colors and banners each time, blue, yellow, red, white and black, to make Wei believe fresh Shu reinforcements kept arriving. Meanwhile, Jiang Wei secretly led the main army around Dongting and advanced toward Nan'an. Deng Ai and Chen Tai had already stationed themselves near Mount Qi. For several days, however, the Shu army never attacked. Instead, 5 patrol groups rode out daily before quickly returning. After careful observation, Deng Ai smiled. Jiang Wei isn't here. Those patrols are simply changing armor and banners to fool us. His main force has already slipped around Dongting to attack Nan'an. The commander left behind is nothing special. General Chen, capture this camp and pursue through Dongting to cut off Jiang Wei's retreat. I'll rush to Nan'an first and occupy Mount Wucheng. Once I hold that mountain, Jiang Wei will surely turn toward Shanggui. The narrow Duan Valley on that road is perfect for an ambush. We'll destroy him there. Chen Tai was deeply impressed. I've defended Longxi for decades, yet I don't know this land as well as you do. The two split up. Chen Tai attacked the Mount Qi camp. Deng Ai hurried overnight to seize Mount Wucheng. As soon as the camp was completed, he sent his son Deng Zhong and officer Shirzhuan with 5,000 elite soldiers each to hide in Duan Valley. After everything was prepared, Deng Ai ordered complete silence and patiently waited for Jiang Wei. Jiang Wei marched toward Nan'an. When he reached Mount Wucheng, he told Xiaoba, "If we seize this mountain first, Nan'an will be under threat." But I'm afraid Deng Ai has already anticipated this. Before he finished speaking, cannon fire echoed from the mountain. War drums thundered, horns blared, and countless Wei banners suddenly appeared. In the center flew a large banner bearing Deng Ai's name. The Shu army was shocked. Wei troops charged down from multiple directions, smashing into Shu's vanguard. When Jiang Wei led the main force forward, the Wei troops quickly retreated back up the mountain. Jiang Wei challenged Deng Ai to battle. Deng Ai refused to come down. Even after the Shu soldiers insulted and taunted him until nightfall, the Wei army remained silent. Just as Shu prepared to withdraw, the drums sounded again from the mountain, but no one attacked. Frustrated, Jiang Wei ordered an assault uphill. Rolling logs, massive boulders, and heavy defenses made the attack impossible. Near midnight, as Shu prepared to leave, the horns sounded once more. Jiang Wei moved his army to camp at the foot of the mountain. As soon as they began gathering timber and stones, the drums rang out again. Wei troops suddenly charged downhill. Caught completely off guard, the Shu army fell into chaos and was forced back. The following day, Jiang Wei tried using supply wagons and grain carts to form defensive lines for a new camp. That night, Deng Ai sent 500 soldiers carrying torches to attack from 2 directions. After fierce fighting throughout the night, Shu still failed to complete its fortifications. Jiang Wei had no choice but to withdraw again. After another discussion with Xiaoba, Jiang Wei said, "If Nan'an cannot be taken, we'll seize Shanggui instead. Shanggui supplies Nan'an. Once it falls, Nan'an will soon follow." He left Xiaoba behind to pin down Mount Wuqing while personally leading elite troops toward Shanggui. After marching through the night, they entered a narrow valley before dawn. Jiang Wei asked the guide, "What is this place called?" "Duan Valley." Jiang Wei frowned. "That name is ominous. Duan means to cut off. If someone blocks the valley, we'll be trapped." Just then, scouts rushed in. "Dust is rising behind the hills. There must be an ambush." Jiang Wei immediately ordered a retreat. At that moment, Shizuan and Deng Zhong sprang from hiding. While Jiang Wei fought his way backward, another army appeared ahead. It was Deng Ai himself. Attacked from 3 sides, the Shu army suffered a crushing defeat. Fortunately, Xiaoba arrived in time with reinforcements, forcing Wei to withdraw and allowing Jiang Wei to escape. Jiang Wei planned to retreat to Mount Qi. Xiaoba informed him, "The Mount Qi camp has already fallen. Bao Su was killed and the remaining troops have retreated to Hanzhong." Unable to use the Dongting route, Jiang Wei retreated through remote mountain paths. Deng Ai relentlessly pursued him. Jiang Wei ordered the army to withdraw first while he personally covered the rear. Along the way, another Wei force suddenly appeared. It was led by Chen Tai. The exhausted Shu army was surrounded on all sides and could no longer break through. At the critical moment, General Zhang and I charged into the encirclement with only a few hundred cavalry. Jiang Wei seized the opportunity to escape. Zhang and I, however, was struck down by countless arrows and died heroically. Jiang Wei finally returned safely to Hanzhong. To honor Zhang Ni's loyalty and sacrifice, he petitioned the Shu court to reward Zhang Ni's descendants. The campaign had ended in disastrous losses. Most Shu officers blamed Jiang Wei. Following Zhuge Liang's example after the defeat at Jieding, Jiang Wei requested a demotion to General of the Rear, while continuing to perform the duties of Grand General. After Shu withdrew, Deng Ai and Chen Tai celebrated with another victory banquet. Chen Tai again praised Deng Ai before the court, and Sima Zhao rewarded Deng Ai with further honors while granting Deng Zhong the title of Marquis of Ating. That year, Wei adopted the new reign title Ganlu. With power firmly in his hands, Sima Zhao appointed himself supreme military commander, traveled with thousands of elite guards, and controlled nearly all government affairs through his own administration. His ambition to seize the throne became increasingly obvious. Still worried that public opinion was not fully on his side, he secretly sent Jia Chong to Huainan under the excuse of inspecting the army, hoping to test Zhuge Dan's loyalty. During a banquet, Jia Chong deliberately remarked that Emperor Cao Mao was weak and incapable, while the Sima family had served Wei faithfully for 3 generations. He suggested that perhaps the Sima family should simply replace the Cao dynasty. Zhuge Dan flew into a rage. He condemned Jia Chong for betraying the state that had rewarded him, and declared that if the Wei dynasty were ever in danger, he would gladly die defending it. Jia Chong returned to Luoyang and reported everything to Sima Zhao. Realizing Zhuge Dan would never submit, Sima Zhao decided to strike first. Sima Zhao secretly informed Yang Province Inspector Yu Chun while issuing an imperial decree summoning Zhuge Dan back to Luoyang to serve as minister over the masses. The moment Zhuge Dan received the decree, he realized it was a trap. After interrogating the messenger, he learned that Yu Chun had already received secret orders. Enraged, Zhuge Dan executed the messenger on the spot and led his personal troops straight to Yang Province. Yu Chun had already shut the city gates in fear. Zhuge Dan ordered an immediate assault, captured the city, fought his way to Yu Chun's residence, and personally beheaded him. He then submitted a proclamation listing Sima Zhao's crimes of abusing power and deceiving the emperor. At the same time, he gathered over 100,000 soldiers, settlers, and surrendered troops throughout Huainan while stockpiling grain for war. He also sent his son Zhuge Jing to eastern Wu as a hostage through his chief secretary Wu Gang, requesting military assistance against Sima Zhao. At that time, Sun Jun had already died, and his cousin Sun Chen held power in eastern Wu. Although Sun Chen was notorious for his tyranny, he agreed to help. He dispatched Quan Yi and Quan Duan as the main commanders, Yu Quan to guard the rear, Zhu Yi and Tang Zi as the vanguard, with Wen Qin leading the way. A force of 70,000 soldiers marched north to reinforce Zhuge Dan. When Wu Gang returned to Shouchuan with the good news, Zhuge Dan was overjoyed and immediately prepared for the coming war. After reading Zhuge Dan's declaration of rebellion, Sima Zhao was furious and planned to lead the campaign himself. Jia Chong advised that leaving Emperor Cao Mao alone in Luoyang would be dangerous. Instead, both the Empress Dowager and the Emperor should accompany the army, allowing Sima Zhao to control the emperor while maintaining stability in the capital. Sima Zhao readily agreed and forced both the Empress Dowager and Cao Mao to join the campaign. Although Cao Mao opposed the idea, he had no choice but to obey. Sima Zhao then assembled 260,000 troops from the two capitals. Wang Ji served as vanguard, Chen Qian as deputy commander, while Shirbao and Zhou Tai guarded the imperial entourage as the massive army marched south against Zhuge Dan. Eastern Wu's vanguard under Zhu Yi was quickly defeated by Wang Ji. Tang Zi also suffered defeat soon afterward. The Wei army pressed its advantage, forcing the Wu army to retreat 50 li before making camp. When news reached Shouchuan, Zhuge Dan personally led elite troops to join Wen Qin and his sons Wen Yang and Wen Hu, preparing for the decisive battle against Sima Zhao. Summary. The first half of this chapter highlights the strategic duel between Jiang Wei and Deng Ai. Both commanders carefully analyzed each other's strengths and weaknesses, but Deng Ai successfully uncovered Jiang Wei's diversionary tactic. By seizing Mount Wuqing first and setting an ambush in Duan Valley, he crushed the Shu army. During the retreat, Zhang Enai sacrificed his life to save Jiang Wei, and Jiang Wei once again accepted responsibility by requesting his own demotion. The second half shifts to the growing political crisis within Wei. As Sima Zhao's power became overwhelming, his intention to replace the Zhao dynasty became increasingly open. Zhuge Dan, remaining loyal to Wei, refused to submit and instead raised a massive rebellion, joining forces with Eastern Wu to oppose Sima Zhao. The stage was now set for one of the final great civil wars that would determine the future of the Wei kingdom. Historical notes. 1. In the novel, Deng Ai builds 9 interconnected camps at Mount Qi, prompting Jiang Wei to remark that only Zhuge Liang could have created such a formation. No historical record mentions these 9 camps or the Long Serpent battle formation. This is entirely a fictional military episode added by Romance of the Three Kingdoms. 2. The novel greatly dramatizes Jiang Wei's diversionary strategy and Deng Ai's ambush at Duan Valley, turning the campaign into an elaborate battle of strategy. Historically, the records simply state that Jiang Wei launched another northern expedition. Deng Ai met him in battle and defeated him at Duan Valley, without describing these detailed tactical maneuvers. 3. The novel portrays Zhang Enai charging into the enemy encirclement with only a few hundred cavalry to rescue Jiang Wei before dying in a hail of arrows, creating one of the chapter's most heroic and emotional scenes. However, the records of the Three Kingdoms only states that Zhang Enai fought the Wei army and was killed after being struck by arrows. It does not mention a dramatic rescue of Jiang Wei, or a last stand with several hundred cavalry.